Whoa, we're back with some Bleach Soul Resonance, and I think it might be time we finally go in for our B1 dupe of Grimmjow. While we did not get it particularly, like, extremely lucky on the banner itself, this is the half anniversary, part 1 of the half anniversary. We've still got 11 days to collect resources. That means 1 more full week of collecting rewards. We're gonna have then 3 more weeks of collecting half anniversary rewards during White Ichigo or Okieta, whichever one they decide to pull first, or, you know, go with first. And then we're gonna have 3 more weeks after that of half anniversary rewards to end off. So I think by then we should have enough to, you know, barring any like acts of God, extreme acts of violence against us, we should have enough to grab everyone at around B1. Hopefully White Ichigo rather does not require like a B2 or something to be particularly explosive. But I just think it's probably right, seeing as Grimmjow is our half anniversary character, and I do not expect him to be one of the characters on the chopping block anytime soon. I guess I don't really expect any of the 3 anniversary, or, you know, quote-unquote half anniversary characters to be on the chopping block for a while. After this, I would expect to get something like a strike support, a slash support, a slash DPS replacement probably at some point, a thrust support, or not, sorry, not a thrust support, a thrust DPS, and then maybe a spirit tactic. So a lot of characters coming before we really start rotating out the rest of the characters here. We essentially have characters up until nearly or full anniversary, so I do think it's fine to go for a dupe on Grimmjow, with the idea in mind that we get at least a dupe 1 of the remaining half anniversary characters. Like I said, we'd have to get pretty unlucky, seeing as we still have nearly a week and a half, or I mean essentially a week and a half to remaining on this limited gacha. One thing I'm going to do is, I can't remember if this is how this works, but I do have a lot of weapon stamps here for, you know, the standard banner, and I'm going to use these. The reason I'm going to use these is for the advanced ticket stubs right there. I'm essentially sort of gaming the tickets here. I believe I have Rangiku's up, by the way, but yeah, I'm going to essentially use these as a means of acquiring more stamp tickets to sort of alleviate the burden that I will have trying to pull. So like if I get another one here, for example, in these 2, like I really don't care. Oh, there we go. I got another, you know, shard here, for example, and then just 1 more. Maybe didn't get one there, but yeah, there we go. That gave me a little bit more, so we have a fighting chance of not really needing to use. Yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and pop. I mean, yeah, let's pop the 9 in there, and that'll bring us up to 9. So it would be pretty cool if I just popped here, right? Like for off of 160, that'd be pretty sick. Like if you wanted to, you know, reward me for all my. Oh, okay, never mind, my bad. You know, if you wanted to reward me for my, you know, loyalty, I'd say. But 1 second, let me go make sure I don't have any other tickets to, or weapon stamps to sort of convert. I did have a few, so those went in. I don't think I have, yeah, none to really note here. All right, let's keep going. I mean, 24,000, essentially 25,000 Jade left. If I get even a slightly lucky here, then we're gonna B1 easily. So, another one, that means that we do earn a ticket. Let's grab that. Not too bad. 40. Like I said, if I get even slightly lucky here, we probably enter the next banner with like 26,000 again, which is like pretty huge. Nothing there. Probably gonna end up being one of those where we go fully, huh? Not making it easy. I mean, I got really lucky on the last 2 banners, so it's not too surprising if they want to, you know, put the boots to me a little bit. Like, what else can you say when you raw pull Soifon and Xylapido for essentially free? So, you know, anything? Nope. All right, all right. I'll go to pity. It's fine. All right, hey, I was kidding, by the way, but you know, whatever. whatever, I guess. So we go to pity there. I mean, like I said, not exactly like unexpected or anything. 1280 puts us at a pretty decent clip. You can just grab him. Yeah, that puts us at a pretty I mean, 16,000 remaining as we go into the next banner is a decent clip, like I said, and we got 9 pity going in. I'll take it. I'm not mad about that. That's a very reasonable amount, and we end up having the 140 from actually pulling on the SSR. So let's go here. Let us grab our Grimmjow, which is pretty good. The passive Bear Killing Intent increases the maximum stack of Killing Intent to 10. Each deck also increases the damage of the next special attack Pounce by 5%. This, I mean, if you're doing his Pounce chaining right, if you're bouncing in between his pounces and making sure you're keeping 10 stacks up, this is extremely powerful, because if you go to the actual Killing Intent ability, which I am clicking around for and like an idiot, you get a lot, because this goes up by 15% per stack. Per stack? That's a ton of crit damage. And one thing my Grimmjow is sort of sorely missing is crit damage. I did manage to get him just boosted when it comes to his crit rate. He essentially is going to be critting 100% of the time, but that is where he is weakest for me. And yeah, I look forward to showcasing him after. Let's just take another roundup of my Jade here. So I have 16,000 Jade. So that cost about 10,000 Jade to pull, right? Something like that. If I, at the beginning of the thing, I had around 26,000. Not too bad. I mean, let me just go through. I'm going to go do the math real quick, just really quickly. Okay, just had to check. Yeah, in total, I have a little bit under full pity if I had literally nothing going into white Ichigo a bit, which is fine. I mean, that's a fine number. I don't regret that at all. I do think Grimmjow is worth getting a B1 into. By the end of white Ichigo, I should also have, barring for luck, I should have enough to at least B1 him by the end of his banner rotation, and then at the end, by the end of Ulquieta's banner, if we're accounting for luck, if we're accounting for getting everything done, which I have gotten everything done. I mean, I haven't slouched. Like I've been here. I've been gaming. So barring anything sort of an act of God, like I said, we should be able to get everything sort of completed. And this is why I always say that, like, playing this game, playing gacha games in general, really does come down to making sure, yeah, we're not counting like how much spiritual jade we get between weeks, right? So 1,000 jade on top of that, essentially, whenever the weekly rolls around, it's gonna look pretty nice. I mean, we essentially, so instead of having like 16,000, we're essentially gonna have like 17,000 by the end of today, because I'm recording this right before reset. I mean, you can see it here, 3 hours before reset, right? 3 hours before reset means that all of our usual weekly stuff is going to come up, and we'll get to see like what we're looking like in the long term. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for now. I don't really have anything else to talk about, like in terms of like anything I've been getting done. Hopefully people have been enjoying the half anniversary in general. Just a quick thought, I guess, on the Summit Clash is, it seems interesting. It's one of those modes where I do like that progress is more gated behind just doing it. I mean, obviously you get a lot for ranking. So we can see here, right, is like, you know, going to Diamond, going to Apex. It looks like today will be the first time I don't rank up and will actually just retain, because I am slightly out of the top 10 spots. The reason for that is my Spirit team, and I mean my Slash team actually is the one that disappointed. Yeah, Slash is just not in a very good spot. If you don't have like major dupes on Kenpachi, even at B1, he's just sort of doing it by himself. And Yurahara is fine, but he's starting to also show his age. And then it's like, who do you bring after that? Like Mayuri, I guess? Or you could bring like, I don't know, Byakuya, of course. Like, this character fucking blows, man. I don't know. It is becoming like really apparent how behind Slash is, and hopefully White Ichigo is the thing that solves that. But I mean, I don't even know if that'll work. I mean, it is pretty down in the dumps. And that Summit Clash was the first time I was like, wow, like this is not a good team. I wish I could see the team of the other people who placed. I mean, this guy plays crazy. And it wasn't like I was like super far off. 700 points in total. And then I went to bed, and by the time I'd woken up, or I got other things done, went to bed. By the time I'd woken up, it had been the tabulation period had been over, so pretty sad. I will say that obviously like the PvE VP is going to be a thing that is dominated by spending players, and you shouldn't really care about that because what isn't in Gacha? I mean, this is how it goes. In games like Epic 7 that have been around for like 8 years or 7 years or whatever, like that can sort of be, you know, alleviated by having a really old account, but we're 6 months into this game. That's just not going to happen, right? It's just not going to happen. So yeah, besides that, I mean, how am I holding up here? This will be the last. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. About top 5%. That's really crazy. That's not bad at all. This was really hard. I think this was like so difficult. I'm really surprised that if people, you know, are clearing this confidently, because you have to have your rotations down, and these bosses are not like fucking around. They're not gonna kill you, but they're like spongy and have a lot of hit stop armor and stuff like that. So no more yapping though. Just a little account overview, I guess, to end this off here, because we did, you know, go in on Grimmjow, so I'm talking about the account. I feel confident that the next two characters should be B1able if you are if you are low spending, free to play. Obviously low spending, but free to play. The rewards have been good. With any amount of luck variance, we should be in a very good spot. I mean, if I hit, this is just gonna last. I'm sorry to like rerun this, but if I hit Ulquiorra or White Ichigo in like under 40 pulls, I'm pretty sure I'd B1 both, right? Like pretty easily. Hopefully White Ichigo isn't a B2 character. That'd be the only sad part. If he's a B2 character, that'd be sad for me. That'd be pretty sad, because even with the monthly, which I'm using to sort of like showcase these characters, that might be hard to get. That might be hard to stretch, because Grimmjow ended up taking pity. So that's gonna do it for now. Like if you liked the video. I've been Lone. Blah. Got ahead of myself. I've been Lone. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to the club. We'll go make it, and peace.